In the top stories, government launches cybersecurity training program to prepare young people for global workforce. Dominica government looking to collect $7 million owed to hospital. And Biden administration blocks 9/11 guilty plea deal. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Friday, January 10th, 2025. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey. Nationally, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis is set to launch its groundbreaking cybersecurity training program on Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. This initiative aims to equip the first cohort of 100 young people with globally recognized Canadian standard certification in cybersecurity, providing them with the skills necessary to secure employment with companies worldwide. During the January 7th, 2025 edition of the Roundtable, Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew emphasized the importance of the program, citing the growing demand for cybersecurity professionals amidst increasing instances of hacking and cyber threats.
The other thing, we are launching a few programs. For example, the program Cybersecurity Training, where we'll start with the first 100. We're going to launch that program next Tuesday. The first 100 young people will be trained and certified to the Canadian standard in cybersecurity, so they can work for companies all over the world, because cybersecurity personnel are needed. And as we see more and more hacking and so forth, we understand how critically important. So we're starting with 100 young people. After that, we want to increase the number so that our young people have options, and good options, in terms of the jobs that they will be able to get.
This initiative, Dr. Drew said, reflects the government's steadfast commitment to empowering young people through education, training, and employment opportunities that meet the needs of a dynamic and evolving global economy. The Department of Agriculture in St. Kitts is offering an exciting opportunity for farmers to enhance their herds through a goat breeding program raffle. The program will distribute 20 Boer cross goats, including juvenile animals and potentially pregnant first parity does, to participating farmers. This initiative is aimed at improving livestock and fostering growth within the agricultural community. The raffle will take place during a small ruminants farmers meeting on Monday, January 23, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. at the Department of Agriculture's large conference room. The selection process will be conducted randomly and in person, so farmers must be present to claim their prize. If a farmer is absent, their name will be returned to the pool. Farmers wishing to participate can enter by visiting the Veterinary Service office in person or calling 465-2110. The deadline for submission is January 21st, 2025. This is a unique chance for farmers to boost their livestock and support the sustainable development of their farms. The Nevis Island Administration, or NIA, through its Ministry of Human Resources, is inviting citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis to apply for higher education scholarships offered in partnership with Monroe College. Successful applicants will have the opportunity to pursue associate, bachelor's, or master's degree programs at Monroe College's New York or St. Lucia campuses or online. To apply, individuals must submit the following documents along with a completed application form and a non-refundable application fee of US $35. Official high school diploma or equivalent qualifications, official high school and/or college transcripts, CSEC certificate and minimum of 5 passes, admissions interview, if applicable, a CAPE certificate. Applicants are also asked to note that proof of immunizations will be required upon acceptance into Monroe College. Interested candidates must apply directly through the Monroe College website at www.monroecollege.edu www.nia.gov.au/apply and submit a copy of their application to the Ministry of Human Resources, along with a completed NIA financial assistance application form, which can be obtained from the ministry. The following additional documents are required for the NIA financial assistance application: a cover letter addressed to the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Human Resources, and the letter should detail the course of study, reasons for pursuing the specified field of education, and how it will enhance professional development, how the training will benefit the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, the program's commencement date and expected duration, a university acceptance letter, birth certificate or certificate of citizenship confirming Nevision status by birth or citizenship. Applications will be evaluated based on the NIA's priority areas, and scholarship recipients will be required to fulfill bonding obligations with the NIA. The deadline for submission of financial assistance applications to the Ministry of Human Resources is Friday, March 21st, 2025. For further details, applicants are encouraged to contact the Ministry of Human Resources. We move now to news on the regional scene. The Dominica government is looking to collect millions of dollars owed in hospital fees by citizens of the island. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says his government will be considering various ways to have citizens clear the $7 million owed to the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. He told local radio station on Wednesday that those fees started accruing between 2022 and 2024, saying, quote, "Those who have to pay sometimes don't pay. And that's the challenge we have in Dominica. We have not collected over $7 million from services at the hospital provided to citizens," end quote. He said that the focus will be on having the hospital enhance its collection methods. Skerrit emphasized that while his government heavily subsidizes healthcare, including medication, citizens must contribute to the cost. He acknowledged that the government ensures every citizen has access to necessary health care, but stressed the need for people to share the financial responsibility. Sub-Lieutenant Celia Charles has made history as the first female Coast Guard officer to attain the rank of sub-lieutenant in St. Vincent and the Grenadines after serving for 27 years. In her current role, she oversees the Coast Guard sub-base in Bekia and the Operations Center at the main Coast Guard base. From October 2022 to October 2023, Charles served as a maritime training officer at the Regional Security System, or RSS, Training Institute, where she developed and conducted maritime courses. Her career has included assignments across various police departments, including beat and patrol, traffic, and the police training school. Beyond her professional duties, Charles serves as one of the coordinators of the Vermont Police Youth Club and president of the Women Police Association. She credits her success to several mentors, including retired Superintendent Ruth Jacobs and Commander A.G. Dion Henry of the SVG Coast Guard Service. The RSVGPF views this promotion as a significant milestone that will encourage more women to pursue careers in law enforcement and maritime services. Internationally, the Biden administration has secured a temporary block on a plea deal for Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, accused of masterminding the September 11th attacks. The federal appeals panel issued the stay on Thursday, halting Mohammed's planned guilty plea at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. This delay allows further consideration of the administration's objections, but is not a final ruling. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin voiced his opposition, stating that decisions on the death penalty for such significant attacks should rest with the Defense Secretary, not military prosecutors. The plea deal, which would spare Mohammed and his co-defendants from the death penalty had been approved last year and would have required them to answer questions from victims' families. The Justice Department opposed the deal, arguing that it would deprive the government of a public trial and the ability to seek the death penalty. Defense attorneys contend that the plea agreements were already in effect and criticize the administration's handling of the case. Despite the block, family members of 9/11 victims remain hopeful for resolution. Vice President-elect J.D. Vance will resign from the U.S. Senate on Friday as he prepares to assume the vice presidency. In his resignation letter, Vance thanked Ohio voters and reaffirmed his commitment to his Appalachian roots. Governor Mike DeWine will appoint a successor, with speculation centered on Lieutenant Governor John Husted. The appointed senator will serve until December 2026 and must run in the November 2026 election to complete Vance's term. Vance, elected in 2022, steps down to join President-elect Donald Trump in office. And now for the weather. Present weather is cloudy skies. Winds are calm. The temperature for today is 27 degrees Celsius or 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Seas are 1.8 to 2.4 meters or 6 to 8 feet, with northerly swells reaching 2.1 meters or 7 feet. Therefore, a high surf advisory remains in effect. Today will be upgraded to a warning by tonight as swells increase to 10 feet by that time. Weather forecast for today will be partly sunny skies in general, with brief cloudy spells and a 40% or moderate chance of a brief late afternoon shower. Tonight is partly cloudy skies initially, with a 40% or moderate chance of brief showers, mainly before midnight, becoming mostly clear and chilly thereafter. Sunset for today will be at 5:50 p.m. and sunrise for tomorrow will be at 6:39 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey.